So now will be the novice ordination ceremony. This will be led by Ajahn Nisarano. And if I could ask, as best as you possibly can, to do this mindfully, peacefully and quietly, to allow Conrado to really take in what's being said. He has a lot of lines to memorize too, so he's quite nervous today. So if you can send the best energy his direction, and I'll let Ajahn Nisarano take it from here.
Yes, so that's great. So has anyone here seen a novice ordination before? Anyone? There we are. I've got 1, 2, 3. That's good. At least a few people. So it's quite rare for most people to see a novice ordination. So of course it's a big step. The step, we call it the going forth from the home life into the homeless life. That doesn't mean the same thing these days. Usually homeless means under a bridge or something like that, but without a home. So there we are. So we can start the Pambaja ceremony, the going forth ceremony. Now we can start that. Here we are. There we are. And this is the robes that have been offered. Jack and Ern have offered them, and the bowl. I think this is Ern's mother. Your mother? Your auntie. All right, wonderful. And Indira and Rohan offering the forgiveness tray, very important part of the ceremony. And I'd like to say hello to Conrado's family, if they're watching from Colombia. There we are. And all those watching online too. I'm sure he's got the microphone, so you'll be able to hear him. So that's great. There we are.
Okasa wandami bante Savama paradam kamatame bante Maya katam punyan Samina anumoditavam Samina katam punyam Mayham datavam Sadhu anumodam.
Great, that's good. Very good beginning. There we are. You've got a handful there. So you can put it all down, and that's beautiful tray. Sadhu. That's great. Sadhu. There we are. And this is the first section that Conrado just chanted, was that please allow me to pay my respects, and then to ask for forgiveness, and that's the one about aparadang kamatame bante, and then to ask me to rejoice in the merit he has made and he is making today, and also he's asking that I share the merit I have developed from my practice. And usually in Sri Lanka we say sadhu anamodita bang, which means I rejoice. It's good. There we are. So that's it. So now he's continues.
Okasa karunya kadwa
Data me.
Pavajam.
Oh, sorry.
Pavajam data me bante.
That's it. Out of compassion, Venerable Sir, permit me to receive the going forth. So that's lovely. There we are.
Aham bante pavajan yachami. Dutiyampi aham bante pavajan yachami. Tatiyampi aham bante pavajan yachami.
So this is just asking, I request the pavajan, the going forth, once, twice, and 3 times. And then the central message for the day.
Sabadu kanisarana nirbana.
Sachi
karanataya. Iman kasawam kahetwa. pavajetamam bante. Anukampam,
Upadaya.
anukampam,
Upadaya.
upadaya.
Yeah, you got that right. Thank you.
Sabbadukkha nisarana nibbana. Sachi karanataya. Imang kasawa.
Kasawang.
Kasabam
Gahetwa.
gahetwa.
Pabajeta.
Pavajetamam bante.
Anukam.
Anukampam, upadaya.
Great. Now number 3.
Na.
Sabbadukkha.
Sabbadukkha nisarana nibbana. Sachi karanataya. Imam kasawam.
Kasawang. Yep.
Kasavam.
Gahetwa.
Ketwa.
Gahetwa.
Pavajetamam bante.
Anukam.
Anukampam, upadaya.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's it. So now, this is the message of this one. I'll give a brief translation. To nisarana, to escape or to be free from all dukkha, sabba dukkha nisarana, nibbana, satchikaranataya, and to realize nibbana, having obtained these robes. Please, Venerable Sir, grant me the going forth. So you have to have robes. You have to have something to wear. And so this is what Conrado has just chanted. And now he will, that's right, come and offer the robes. That's it. Good, nice set. I won't keep them. Wouldn't that be terrible? So thanks a lot. And so there again.
Sabbadukkha nisarana nibbana sachi karanataya etam kasavan katwa
Datwa.
datva
Yeah, datwa. Pabajeta.
pavajetamam bante anukampam upadaya sachi
No,
sabba
dukkha.
dukkha nisarana nibbana sachi karanataya etan kasavan etan
Yes, kasawang.
kasavam
Datwa.
datva
Yeah.
pavajetamam bante anukampam upadaya.
Yeah. One more time.
Sabbadukkha nisarana nibbana sachi karanataya
Etam.
etam kasavan
Datwa.
tatva pavajetamam bante
Anukpam.
anukampam upadaya.
So that's great. So now you can sit down. Would you like a
No,
cushion or something? Would you like a cushion? Yeah. There we are. So that's great. So that's the meaning of that verse is, as mentioned before, is to escape from or be free from all dukkha, and to realize nibbana. And having given these robes, may Bhante, may myself, give the going forth out of compassion. So this is what was chanted. And of course that's the key message of the Buddha really, is the sabba dukkha nisarana nibbana. Because this was the reason that propelled him in his life, in his going forth from the home life. We often say from the palace, was really this, to overcome, to be free from all dukkha, sabba dukkha. Not just a little bit of dukkha, all of it. And that is a really amazing quest. It was a real quest for the Lord Buddha to find that freedom from. And what is sabba dukkha? Anyone here? What's the dukkha that he's talking about? It's all the dukkha, really. Of course, it's old age, it's rebirth, old age, sickness and death, but it's sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief and despair. So we're looking at not only the process of life, the aging process, and getting sick and passing away, and then getting reborn again. And the scenario goes on. And this is what the Lord Buddha saw on the night of his enlightenment, that this was just incalculable. He said there's no beginning, discernible beginning, that this process was going on. And so for him to discover a way beyond dukkha, to end all dukkha, that is remarkable. That is really what he's encouraging a person who is going forth, who is ordaining to do. to make this their purpose, to realize Nibbana, which is, of course, the escape from all suffering. But even in this life, the person that realizes Nibbana, of course, they are free of all the mental suffering associated with having a body. But of course, they will have, from mental suffering they've escaped, but not from the bodily suffering. Even the Lord Buddha, he had, problems, digestive problems, backaches, and all these sorts of things. So this is what the purpose of going forth is for. And this is the purpose that the Lord Buddha, right from the beginning, even when there was not a proper, like an ordination procedure like this, when he used to say, come bhikkhu, ehi bhikkhu, and ehi bhikkhuni. He just used to say that. But he always mentioned this, that it was for the purpose of being free from all suffering, to realize Nibbana. And so we should keep that message in mind, and we do as monastics, as monks and nuns. This is our purpose, really, is to free ourselves from all suffering. And of course, in the process, what we develop, the way of freeing ourselves, how do we free ourselves? And of course, that's the path, the Noble Eightfold Path that the Lord Buddha gives us, of right view, which includes generosity, like today. It includes the Four Noble Truths. It includes rebirth. It includes karma. It includes the fact that there are enlightened beings in this world who have seen this world and the other world. So this is what's driving the Noble Eightfold Path. And of course, this is what we are, when we go forth, this is what we're aiming to realize. The big four. What's the big four? The Four Noble Truths. This is what we're aiming. It's a big ask. But of course, with the path, we develop right intention, and how we live our lives, and how we live our progress on the path really has to come from right intention. So with a sense of looking for happiness inside, not outside. We often call that nekama. And then looking, also coming from loving kindness, coming from caring and compassion. And this is driving the whole path. And of course then the Noble Eightfold Path, right speech, right action. And this morning many of you took the precepts, and the point is, of course, taking them easy. Keeping them is the practice. That's the training. And actually good to remember them as training rules. And having done that, then to develop the mind through right effort, samavayama, and then samasati, right mindfulness, and then right samadhi. This is the path of practice, and it leads to seeing things as they truly are, not as we want them to be, or we fear they're not. We actually see them. And the only way that's possible is from purity of mind, a mind that's pure, clear, and can see deeply. So this is leading to that. And once we have developed that purity of mind, then the mind is ready to be liberated once it has the wisdom. Once it has that wisdom, it's seen. When the mind sees, this is going to go on again and again. So this is the purpose. And when the mind sees that, then all dukkha can end, when Nibbana is realized. So that's the message of the going forth. And why go forth? Can't we do this at home? I can ask you, actually. You'd be in a better position to say yay or nay to it. But it's fairly obvious. And the Lord Buddha pointed out that he said that the home life, and this is what he was saying about his own home life, is that it's dusty and crowded. And when he's saying it was dusty and crowded, do you think he was living in a dirty place? No. What he meant was dusty with the defilements. When we interact with people a lot, when we have that contact a lot, then the defilements really get a lot of opportunity. And crowded, what's it crowded with? It's crowded with responsibilities and duties, all these things that come with living the home life. And the idea, and he said that the the holy life, the spiritual life was open and not crowded, open. So this is the purpose why we monastics, why men, why women come to ordain. And this is the very first step. And of course, Conrado was an anagarika, so he's already taken one step. Because what does an anagarika mean? Do you know the Pali? It's somebody without a house. So that's good, an anagarika. So it's sort of the first step for going forth. So now, that's it. So now I give the instruction, that's right, the instruction about the 5 subjects for meditation that we give to all novices. And of course it's a very famous subject of meditation that can lead to stillness of the mind, but it can lead to wisdom, understanding, stepping back from our attraction to and our attachment to our bodies. So this is the next part of the ceremony. That's good. Hope I haven't missed out anything. There we are. So I'll give those to Conrado, and I'll just give him a test as well. Not like Ajahn Brahm. He mixes it up. He makes it really difficult for them. So Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, Tacho, Danta, Naka, Loma, Kesa. So if you're wondering what that is, that list, I'm sure many of you know actually. What is Kesa?
Hair of the head.
Yeah, the hair of the head. And Loma?
Hair of the body.
Hair of the body, good. Naka? Getting close?
Nails.
Nails, there, right, these nails. And Danta?
Teeth.
Teeth, it's pretty easy because it sounds like denta, doesn't it? Dental. And Tacho?
Skin.
Skin, that's right. And then Tacho? In
Skin. Taco?
Taco,
Tacos.
Yeah, that's good. Your folks are like that. And Danta?
Sorry, Dad.
You just do it in reverse. Danta?
Danta?
Yeah.
Teeth.
Teeth. And Naka?
Nails.
Right. Loma?
Hair of the body.
Yep. And Kesa?
Hair of the head.
Yeah. All right. So that he's passed. And of course, the whole point of this is when you think of it, I was thinking of it, usually a samaner or a novice, isn't it, is a young, like a teenager probably in the time of the Buddha. It would be somebody that was below 20 generally. So this is a very good subject for them to focus on. When we focus on the whole body, we can get very much attracted to our own bodies and other bodies. But if we just see it as these components, as these parts, it breaks down. It breaks that illusion of beauty. It also breaks down the illusion of self as me being this body. So it's a process that can lead to stilling the mind, because when you do the meditation, you bring to mind each of those parts, keep going through them until sometimes the mind will just stay with one part and it gets very still and very peaceful. This is samatha, really. And then other times, coming out of that, then you can contemplate the nature of this body. And this is a big attachment, isn't it? Do you think it's a big attachment? I think it is a huge one for us, because we live in this 5 sense world. And this body is a vehicle for experience, isn't it? The world as we know it. And of course the Buddha is talking about another world. Where's that world? Inside. This is the mind and the heart. So that's the 5 kamatanas. So now, I think this is very good. So this is the beginning of the getting ready for changing into the brown. In a minute. Yep, that's it. Oh, honey. Yeah, I've got it. Thank you, madam. Let me just make that a little bit over here. And And now having, I've got to give the rose back. That's a good idea. Boom. There we are. That's it. Two. That's great. And so you can back out. And there we are. Yeah. Ajahn Brahm says, if in doubt, bow. He always says that. And it's good because we keep that in mind. This is what we're, the Buddha in mind. So now, you're just going here? Conrado, are you going out that way? All right. Oh. Let's see where they're going. They may have changed the destination. Oh no, going around the room. There we are. There we are. That's good. So while they're changing, just mention a few things, and so that's good. Are you going to go and change in there? No, Ajahn, come back this way. That room. No, going to the toilet, I think. Yeah, that's probably it. I was just thinking, no, not the kitchen. That seems the wrong direction. So this is a historic occasion for us here at Newbury, at least for the monk sangha. Our first male anagarika. Of course, the nuns have had female anagarikas before, but this is the first that we have had here. So Conrado is our very, very first here. So that's quite a step. And it's one that really makes you feel like the monastery is taking root, is developing. You can build a monastery, can't you? Lots of buildings and all that. But if nobody's ordaining there, then you don't feel that it's really taken root, that it's really sunk in, that it's really affecting people, really connecting the Buddha's teaching, so that people feel that sense of what the Buddha mentions as samvega, which is a sort of sense of this is important to do, in life, to ordain, to actually leave the home life, and so to put all one's energy into the spiritual practice. I know when one of my teachers, when she was asked, why did you ordain? This is Ayakema. She said, quite an interesting comment, she said, I wanted to be a professional. I never thought of professional. When I was asked that question, I said, I want to go full-time. Because as you know, when you're living the lay life and you're keeping your practice going, it's not always easy to keep that consistency of practice. Things happen and the practice goes off the rails a bit. But of course, we shouldn't have a limited idea of practices as only being when we're on the cushion or when we're walking, that sort of practice, because it's a 24-hour, 24/7, that's what they say, practice really. It's looking after our minds in whatever contacts we have, whatever experiences we have in the day. That is quite a job, really, so that the mind doesn't become negative, so it doesn't bring up more anger, more jealousy, more anxiety, more depression, all these things. So we're looking after the mind. And if we look after the mind, of course, the way we experience life will be much, much better. We'll have a much more positive experience of life. But I was going to mention something that you're all probably dying to know. What's his name? Conrado. No, we have talked about a few names, and interestingly, Ajahn Brahm, I think, suggested Sukito, the happy one, which is quite a nice name. It didn't seem to be quite Conrado, I don't know. And the other one that he quite liked, and you might understand why, Rado. Rada. There was a famous monk called Rado. Conrado? Yeah, I think his parents would probably say, oh, no, that would be good. But actually, we got a better name for him that his parents will appreciate. His father, at least his mother's passed away, and his sister and brother. It's a better name, and I think I'll ask him if he's still happy with it, and that's Condanyo. Have you heard of Condanyo? famous name. He said when that was suggested, he said, it's too big a shoes. Too big a shoes to fit. To fill, that's what you say, isn't it? Fill. And I agree with him. They are big shoes, but what he mentioned to me too is that Venerable Kondanyo, Anya Kondanyo, he was the first real disciple of the Buddha, because he saw the Dhamma, he saw the nature of the Dhamma, which is that everything that arises, all that is of the nature to cease. And that insight into impermanence, into the fact that things arise from cause and effect, was enough to make him a stream enterer, to see the Four Noble Truths. But he was the first. So Conrado said to me, I'm the first ordination here at the monastery. So I said, yeah, that's true. So that's good. But always it's good with our names. Like my name is Nisarano, and that is it's a name it's a great aspiration, to escape, to actually be free from all suffering, all dukkha. That's not an easy thing to do. We're very much attached to the world of our experiences. So this is not easy. So Kondanyo, this can be a real encouragement for him to develop that wisdom that sees the nature of all things, that all things are impermanent, all things are of the nature to be unsatisfactory, all things are not self. Looks like there's too much light. And that's it. We can never have enough light, can we? Really. So this is the name that, here he comes, that's good. That I'll check with him to see if he's still happy with that name. Maybe the family is voting online. God, Rado. But you know what the family, I asked him, what does your family call you? Because we all have pet names in a family. They call him Connor. So Kondanyo, Connor, is quite good. There we are, so great. Wow, don't they look great? The robes. Conrado was a very quick learner, so he took to it very, very well. So this is the actual ordination part. It's quite simple, but yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oka sawandami bante, sabama paradan kamatame bante, maya katam punyam samina anamoditavam, samina katam punyam maiham tatabam, sadhu, sadhu, anumodami.
Sadhu. So again, he's repeating what he mentioned at the beginning, to ask for forgiveness, and then also asking that I rejoice in his good karma and that I share my good karma with him. So there we are. Now he continues with the request.
Oka sakarunya katwa tisaranena saha silani detame bante.
That's it. And this means, out of compassion, Venerable Sir, please give me the 3 refuges and the training rules. Silani, Tisaranena Saha. There we are.
Aham bante, sarasilani yachami. Dutiyampi, aham bante, sarana silam yachami.
Silam, yep.
Tatiyampi, aham bante, sarana silam.
Silam, yeah, yachami. So for the first, second and third time, Bhante, Venerable Sir, I ask for the refuges and the training rules, the sila. I request. So there we are. So now we start that process. Right, that's good. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa.
Yangahang Vandami Tang Vandehi. And that means,
Amabante.
repeat after me. That's it. There we are. So, Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
Dhammang Saranang Gacchami.
Dhammang Saranang Gacchami.
Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami.
Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami.
Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami.
Tisarana Gamanang Nititang.
Amabante.
And now for the precepts. Panatipata Veramani.
Panatipata Veramani.
Adinadana Veramani.
Adinadana Veramani.
Abrahmacharya Veramani.
Abrahmacharya Veramani.
Musawada Veramani.
Musawada Veramani.
Sura Meriya Maja Pamadatana Veramani.
Suramiraya Madhya Pamadatana Veramani.
Vikala Bhojana Veramani.
Vikala Vojana Veramani.
That's it. Nacha Gita Vadita Visukadasana Veramani.
Nacha Gita Badita
Visuka
Sukadasana Veramani.
Mala Ganda Vilepanna Dharana Mandana Vibhusana Tana Veramani.
Mala Ganda Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhusana Tana Veramani.
That's great. Ucha Sayana Mahasayana Veramani.
Uchasayana Mahasayana Veramani.
Jata Rupa Rajata Patiganhana Veramani.
Yata Rupa Rataya
Rajata.
Ratiyita Patigahana Veramani.
That's good. That's good. Imani Pabajadasa Sikapadani Samadhyami.
Amabante Imani Pabaja Dasasika Padani Samadhyami. Imani Pabaja Dasasika Padani Samadhyami. Imani Pabaja Dasasika Padani Samadhyami.
So there we are. If you'd like to bow 3 times, and that's
Imani.
That's it. Yeah, good. And
Yeah.
Yep, you can bow, and then we'll have the blessing for everyone. But I'll just there we are. Do you want a cushion or something, or a mat? Just to mention the 10 precepts. You're probably pretty aware of what they are. Panatipata, of course, deliberately killing living beings. Adinadana, stealing, taking what's not given, often they call it. A brahmacharya is refraining from all sexual activity, and it's not. And then, of course, musawada, lying. You know that one. And sura meriya majja pamadatana is, of course, refraining from all alcohol and drugs which lead to carelessness. And of course, then vikala bhojana, eating. They say the wrong time, but it's from noon, solar noon, to the next dawn. Eating in that period is to be avoided, to be refrained from. So no evening meal. That's it. Nachagita Badita Visuka Dasana. And of course that's dancing, singing, and going to shows. This is entertainment. And Malaganda Vilepanna Dharana Mandana Vibhusanatana. And this is all forms of beautification. Mala, like flowers, necklace of flowers, ganda, perfume, vilepanna, like ointments and things. All things meant to make the body look a lot better and smell a lot better too. There we are. Uchasana, Mahasana. Of course, this is high and large sleeping places. So, or luxurious furniture, sometimes we say. And this is the big one. This is the one that makes a person a novice. Is number 10. Jata, Rupa, Rajata, Patiga, Hana, Veramani. And this is, of course, abstaining from using gold and silver, using money at all. So this is a big step from the 8 precepts to the 10 precepts. This is a major one. And then I mentioned your name too. Just got to ask you if you're happy still with Kondanyo. Great. There we are. That's fine. There we are. Yes. Maybe we actually become Anya, like Anya Kondanyo. Yeah, you saw. Yeah, no, it's lovely. So may you become the one. Sadhu. So may you become the one who knows. So that's a lovely name, and I think it's a great, and be good for your family too. They'll find it easy. So now the Sangha will do the chanting for first of all for what do we say? Yeah, so rejoicing in Conrado's ordination. We do that in English. We do that, in Pali, and then in English. And then we do a general blessing for Conrado and for yourselves too. It's really the three main suttas that are often chanted. So here we go. I think that's it. There we are. So atalado sukito virulo Buddha sasane arogo sukito hohi sahatam behinyati. So atalado sukito virulo Buddha sasane arogo sukito hohi sahatsam behinyati. So atalado sukito virulo Buddha sasane arogo sukito hohi sahatsam behinyati. And then we can do it in English. May you realize the goal, be happy and flourish in the Buddha's teachings. May you be happy and healthy together with all your relatives. May you realize the goal, be happy and flourish in the Buddha's teachings. May you be happy and healthy together with all your relatives. May you realize the goal, be happy and flourish in the Buddha's teachings. May you be happy and healthy together with all your relatives. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And now for, just the blessing for everyone, for yourself and everyone. Samanta chakavalesu atra gachantu devata sadhammang muni rajasa sunantu saga mokkadang parita savana kalo ayam badanta parita savana kalo ayam badanta parita dhamma savana kalo ayam badanta. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Evang me sutang ekang samayang bhagava savatiyang viharati jetavane anatapindikassa arame atako anyataran semata mapikantaya ratya abhikantavana kepang jetavanang obasetva yena bhagavaten upasankamitva bhagavantang abhivadetva ekamantang atasi ekamantang titako sadevata bhagavantang gathaya ajambasi bahudeva manusacha mangalani achintayung akankamana sotanam bruhi mangalam uttamam asevana chabalana panditanan cha sevana puja cha pujaniyanam etang mangalam uttamam Patirupade savaso cha pumbe cha kata punyata atasamma panidi cha etang mangalam uttamam bahusachancha sipancha vinayo cha susito subhasita chayavacha etang mangalam uttamam mata pitu upatanang puttadarasa sanghaho anakula jakamanta etang mangalam uttamam danancha dhammacharyacha yatakanancha sanghaho anavajani kamani etang mangalam uttamam arati virati papa majjapana cha sanyamo appamado cha dhammesu etang mangalam uttamam garavo cha nivato cha santuti cha katanyuta kalena dhamma savanang etang mangalam uttamam kanti cha sovacha sata samananam cha dasanam kalena dhamma sakacha etang mangalam uttamam tapo cha brahmacharya cha arya sachana dasanam nibbana satchikiriya cha etang mangalam uttamam puttassa loka dhamme chittang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etang mangalam uttamam etadisani katwana sabbat Parajita Sabbataso Tingachanti Tante Sang Mangalam Uttamanti Yang Kinchivitang Idava Hurangva Sage Suva Yang Ratanang Parnitang Nano Samang Atitatagatena Idam Pitbunde Ratanang Parnitang Etena Sachena Suati Hotu Kayang Viragam Amatang Parnitang Yada Jaga Sakyamuni Samahito Natena Dhammena Samati Kinchi Idam Pidam Me Ratanang Parnitang Etena Sachena Suati Hotu Yam Buddha Seto Parivanai Suching Samadhi Manan Kariman Yamahu Samadhi Natena Samona Vijjati Dam Pidam Me Tanang Parnitang Etena Sachena Suati Hotu Ye Pugala Attasatang Pasata Chattari Etani Yugani Honti Te Dakineya Sugata Sasawaka Ete Sudinani Mahapalani Idam Pisange Ratanang Parnitang Etena Sachena Suati Hotu Yesu Payuta Manasadalhena Nikamino Gotamasasanam Hi Te Patipata Amatang Vigaya Ladha Mudani Buting Punjamana Idam Pisange Ratanang Parnitang Etena Sachena Suati Hotu Kinang Puranang Nawang Natisam Virata Chita Ayayatiki Kema Vismin Tekina Bija Avirul Hichanda Nibanti Dirayatayang Padipo Idam Pisange Ratanang Parnitang Etena Sachena Suati Hotu. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, not busy with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety. May all beings be happy, whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born. May all beings be happy. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, by not holding to wrong views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. Etena satchavajena dukkha vupasamentu te. Etena satchavajena bhaya vupasamentu te. Etena satchavajena roga vupasamentu te. Etavata cha amhehi sambadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu samba sampatti sindhya. Etavata cha amhehi sambadang punya sampadang Sambe Buddha anumodantu samba sampatti sindhya. Etavata cha amhehi sambadang punya sampadang sambe satta anumodantu samba sampatti sindhya. Akasatan chabumata deva naga mahindika punyang tang anumoditva chirang rakantu sasanang. Akasatan chabumata deva naga mahindika punyang tang anumoditva chirang rakantu desana. Akasatan chabumata deva naga mahindika punyang tang oditva chirang rakantu twang sada. Idang vonyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang vonyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang vonyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Yata varivaha pura paripurenti sagarang evam eva itodinang petanang upakapati ichitang patitang tumhang kipameva samijatu sambe purentu sankapa chando panna razoyatamani jyoti razoyata. Sambaroga vinemoto samba santa pavajito samba veramati kanto nibuto chatuang bhava sambitio vivajantu sambarogo vinasatu. Mate bhavat vantarayo sukhi dingayuko bhava abhivadana silissa nicham vunda pachalino Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayuvano Sukhang Balang Bhavatu Samba Mangalam Rakhantu Samba Devata Samba Buddhanubhavena Sadasoti Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Samba Mangalam Rakhantu Samba Devata Samba Dhammanubhavena Sadasoti Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Samba Mangalam Rakhantu Samba Devata Samba Sanganubhavena Dasoti Bhavantu Te. May you abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may you maintain well-being in yourselves. May everyone abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may they maintain well-being in themselves. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So there we are. That's quite a long chant, actually. So now that completes the blessing for Venerable Kondanyo, but also blessings for yourselves too for today, participating in this Vesak ceremony, the celebration of the Buddha's birth, really his awakening and his passing away, his parinibbana. So this brings this to completion. And so the next aspect, I think, will be yes, there we are, if you'd like to.
Great, thank you so much. So this next stage will be the gifts to the novice that has just been ordained. And yes.
So anyone that has gifts, you're welcome to come up at this time. And I'd like to invite, first of all, Ern and Jack, because they're offering the very vital bowl. If we don't have a bowl, it's quite difficult. Beautiful bowl too, Ern and Jack.
You can receive from the hands of Jack. You can receive from the hands of Jack, yes.
Yes, that's great.
Yes, correct.
Can you get that?
It's only females that
need
that cloth.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's it. That's good. That's it. Very good. Sadhu. Very good. So, excellent. So now that's it. Bless you for organising that, or Ern, when you were there in Thailand. There we are. And Stephen, there we are. So anyone else that has a gift, please come forward. And maybe, isn't that lovely?
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
That's it.
It's bringing tears to people's eyes. We are also touched.
And Fatima.
He has come a long way and has done his vision, realizing his vision.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fatima.
We have fulfilled the whole mission.
Would you?
Ordaining monks and nuns here at NBM.
Mm.
So well done, Buddhist Society of Victoria, the past committees, especially starting from the founder members and all the committee members over these 70 over years. Well done.
Yes.
So please come on board to support the committees.
Sketch.
It's a great chance to generate more merits for each and every one.
There we are.
Promotion time.
And Fatima, would you like to? There we are. We have some beautiful Pirit. We have some Pirit Nula or thread bracelets, and they're made from the colours of the Buddhist flag, which are, of course, the rays, they say, came from the Lord Buddha's body after his enlightenment. So you'll see all the different colours, so you're welcome to. And if we run out of those, we've got some ordinary ones, but these are the flash ones. So those that would like, and you can just circulate if you like, and just...
So I hope you caught that. We've got some bracelets that have been blessed in the past. I've got them as a tray here.
Yes, they were blessed this morning, actually,
yes.
Freshly blessed.
And what I'll do is I'll leave them by the doorway on your way out, so you can pick them up with one of the volunteers.
Maybe give it to one of the volunteers,
yeah,
Yasmin, or to Shinta or somebody who can hand them around. It's good to... Are we standing? Yeah, that's good. That's great. There we are. Oh, Kathmandu. Another one. Yeah. That's good. There we are. Oh, good.
We're also happy for Venerable Kondano. Make sure you have a box of tissues there. He will soon start to cry.
No. He has got the box of tissues. There we are. It's got. That's lovely.
He's from
Colombia. Yeah, Colombia. Mm. So I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank all those volunteers who put so much into it. You heard from Sri Juth about that earlier, but I would like just to add to that and just say sadhu for all their work. Awesome. And the planning, and was a lot of planning, and it's come to fruition. It's come out very, very well. So congratulations to particularly the City's End people who helped a lot, but there are others as well. So this is wonderful to see all the work that's gone into it. And of course from Langdon and Sri Juth and from Shan, and I think it's another man too, who made this live streaming possible. So Conrado's parents, father and his other family can see the ordination. And in Colombia, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's 11 now. I think it's just 11 now. So they're probably thinking time for bed. And I think they can't see, actually, because the cameras up here are blocked by people. So it's okay. There we are. So he's got all the requisites for being a monk. That's great. And also... thank you for the setup for all the tables, all the people that contributed to that. Fantastic. It's really something special. And it's very historic too, because this is the first large event we've had here at the Sanctuary of Stillness and the Meditation Retreat Centre. So this has worked out very well, and will be in future. There can be other large events coming, the robe offering ceremony and so on. So there we are. And thank you, Fatima, for the MC. I think you did it lovely. It was very, very nice, very warm, and yeah, good, clear. So that's it. It is getting pretty warm. I can see people taking off jumpers. I would too. It is quite warm in here, but we've got the door open. There we are. Lovely. And you don't need the receiving cloth, or nevertheless. That's it. So that's it. Sadhu, sadhu. So that's the end of the proceedings, and we wish Conrado a happy and swift progress on the Noble Eightfold Path. The superhighway to enlightenment. No tolls. There we are. would have always offered it free. So thank you very much for attending, making this function really significant. And it's lovely that we have it. Hopefully brings inspiration to you too. You feel inspired by it, and it also gives support to those that are going forth to Conrado or to Condanyo, Venerable Condanyo. It's going to be a habit, isn't it? So there we are. All right. Sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu. We are also happy for you, Venerable Condanyo.
Oh, Jack and Ryan. Oh, the photos. The bowl?
Okay, everybody, that's bringing our event to a close for today. Some closing remarks. Thank you so much for coming out here to Newbury Monastery at the Sanctuary of Stillness. As has already been mentioned, it's a historical moment. It's the first Anagarika going forth here. And it's wonderful not only to be speaking at this event, but to be sitting here and witnessing it. So once again, congratulations on the path and also for inspiring others here. I would also like to make some quick notes. Thank you so much for attending the events today. The stores regarding volunteering and membership are still open if you're interested. It's a way of sort of keeping this going forwards for the future. It's the things that keep places like this open. And membership is a really easy, indirect way of benefiting the society and yourselves and your family and your loved ones who I think all deserve to enjoy this space for a very, very long time. I'd also like to highlight that because the monastery's bin collection is very limited because of their location and how the services are done, if you could help us with this part of the event, I'll be very personally grateful, and I'm sure the monastics here would be. We have collected all the items used for our dinner and our lunch today, and we've double bagged them and left them at the front of the stairs. So if any of you can volunteer to take some of this with you today and lessen the burden of what we have to carry today, we can do it together. Other than that, really, thank you so much. This is the end of our day.
A round of applause for our MC. Well done.
And just to mention too, I think the bus is still going at 2:30, so I think they're taking some chairs and some of the rubbish, but if you can take more of the rubbish, that's great, because we haven't, the capacity of our skip is not that great. That's great. People offered the bowl.